Welcome to Talking Football for another week, and what a brilliant last week we had. Betfair odds 50 to 1, West Ham 2, Leeds 3, we had it twice in the match odds and in the trading department. Brilliant. And what a great game to watch. You could always see that Leeds were going to do it, but West Ham got back in it a couple of times and you thought, okay, then settle it down. But Leeds were, every time on the break, you could see them opening them up and the chances were always going to come. Great game to watch, but as I say, great for the punters, well done. Palace started the weekend off for us. A good draw at Brighton, although Brighton absolutely battered them. 1-1 draw, but a great result for Palace. And Brighton, they're turning into a good steady team as well. They've consolidated and they're climbing up that league. So we did see last week that Chelsea couldn't win at Man City. They got beat 1-0 obviously, and Man City 1.72, we pointed that out as good odds. And Newcastle, we knew we said that they wouldn't lose, and they more or less threw it away. Fancy that, 1-0, and then just letting Watford back in the game. It's just absolutely crazy. I just couldn't believe that. You could see it coming because 15 minutes to go, you could see Shelvey and that just absolutely struggling in the middle of the park, and a young boy and that, and they just, you could see the goal coming, and Alan Maxam couldn't run, and it just got to the stage where you were just waiting on the goal going in, and eventually it did. Norwich, we said that as well. Norwich would beat that poor Everton side, and Rafa. It's exactly what happened. They got the lead and away they went. And to be honest with you, Everton were absolutely poor. They've been poor under Rafa, and we knew he wasn't going to last long. Man United, a wee lay there, 2-0, threw it away. That's what happens when you're a side that falls asleep. Aston Villa, great to see Coutinho coming in, and Gerrard's got them playing as a team, working hard. Liverpool shooting in, we said that, great weekend. And so we're looking forward to this week. Playmaker service done well. Match odds and the correct scores won more units last week, and they're keeping on going. I think the pro tipster guy got his a good run as well. Some great predictions with the Norwich game, things like that, and the Newcastle game and that. Well done, spot on. So short-lived Norwich success, I would say though. I reckon when they play Watford good spirit, and they deserved more, I reckon, against Newcastle, but they'll be quite happy with that. And to be honest with you, Everton were a bad lot at Norwich, so Norwich success, short-lived. To be honest with you, they're expected to beat Everton. Last week we really were quite strong on that. And when you look at Watford, good spirit, good fight back in that game, and I think that Norwich short-lived success. I could see Watford probably coming out of that game with something, and the bookies are certainly, Betfair's certainly saying that it'll be Watford or the draw. Villa, I bet they wish that Rafa was still there because they probably got a better chance of beating Everton because Big Duncan Ferguson, he'll have them up for the match. The bookies in Betfair have obviously priced it up for a Villa draw or a Villa win, which you can expect because Everton have been really poor. But as I say, Big Duncan Ferguson, he'll have them fired up, and he'll not let them wander about the park as if they're in a trance, because he'll be on that sideline and giving them plenty of grief, and he'll have the watch for the previous manager Howard. He'll probably have that back on and give him that wee bit extra luck, because he's a good, big, honest bloke, Duncan Ferguson, and I can see Everton and Villa being a good game this weekend, and the price might be wrong, so we'll have a look at that when the odds come finalise up, which they're starting to shape up now. And Everton must be a no bad price at one, but I would still probably side with the draw in Villa because of the momentum Villa's got just now. Man United, West Ham. Big game for the likes of Rice and Antonio. These are games that they've got to shine in. They can't disappear. Bad result last week, so it'll be a big test of their character, Man United. So this will be like their cup final. And McTominay and Fred wander about in the middle of the Man United midfield. You can see the holes appearing when teams start to attack Man United and go through them. And to be honest with you, Brentford slaughtered them during the week and got beat 3-1. But I didn't agree with that because teams are there to soak up attacks, have a good goalkeeper, defence situations, and then score when you score. And the result was 3-1. So you can't argue with a Man United victory against Brentford during the week. And as I say, West Ham got to pick themselves up for that Leeds game because they'll not have been happy there. But you could see there was a few dodgy Dawson at the back. It was a bit, the goalie's a bit suspect at West Ham as well. And Man United have got to build on that 3-1. And if they do, and they feed the forwards early and they take a few chances, they should win this game. But it's going to be a big test for the big players in West Ham. All these guys that want big money moves, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out, but I would probably stick with Man United in a draw, and it's actually good prices for Man United in a draw. Leeds, great performance at West Ham, and I'll tell you right now, it's an easy win for them against Newcastle if they repeat that, because Newcastle huffed and puffed and going to Leeds. A Leeds side that played at West Ham will beat Newcastle fairly easily, so it'll be interesting to see what team goes on the park, and that would probably be, I'd be getting stuck straight into Leeds. Maybe could take the draw on my side as well, but I definitely think Leeds would be too strong for Newcastle, especially if they get a couple of players back. So that'll be another one where I think Newcastle probably going to have nothing out of that game. Brentford played well against Man United, but they're coming up against a very, very well organised Wolves side, and they'll not be giving anything away. They're tight at the back, good goalkeeper, and quick on the break, and guys that can put the ball in the net. So I would think that Wolves probably put Brentford in their place. Even if Brentford have a performance like they did in the first half against Man United, I still think Wolves could probably come away with that game and get something out of it. And again, the bookies' odds are priced up. We got it spot on last week where we said that the Betfair odds makers got the correct score markers wrong. I don't know what they were doing, 50 to 1 shots, 30 to 1 shots. I don't know where they got it wrong last week. It was like they were lazy and didn't want to price it up. And I can see that today when I'm looking. I can see that the Man United game and the Leeds game have been priced up the same. And it's quite surprising that the correct score market's just about identical. And so it's quite surprising to see. There could be a wee shock in there. That's sometimes when you get games priced there, the odds makers are a wee bit unsure, and they're giving you a wee bit chance to get in there. So we've hit the correct score markets again, and we'll try and pick up a couple of big value bets again. That was a great one, 50-1 last week. Southampton and Man City, that'll be a good game. Man City will be happy to get anything out of that game. Draw will be good, but I would tend to, there's either going to be a shock there or Man City's going to come away with a 1-0, 2-0 win. I'd be heavily laying the draw in that game, and I think Southampton, Man City, it should be a good game to watch, but it'll just be a case of Man City picking them off, I think, and I think they'll do it. I would certainly be laying the draw fairly big there. And who can forget Crystal Palace 3, Liverpool 0? We're going to win the league. Oh no, you're not. Who could forget that? What a game. And their Palace, good draw at Brighton, but again, Brighton, I thought Brighton hammered them, and Palace stole a draw, to be honest with you. And I would think that Liverpool will go to Palace and probably be too strong and get the result. So on to the Leicester-Brighton game. That'll be another good one, because Leicester thought they were home and dry the other night there against Tottenham, and then absolutely threw it away. Another one, come on guys, in the playmaker. You've got Spurs trading in massive odds, and you've got them as a 3-point lay, and we've got them at that price in play. You've got to get into Betfair and go, hallelujah, what a price. And then we're on Leicester as a home win, and they're trading in the basement. Take the money, get in and play Betfair how it should be played. Absolutely brilliant results for some guys, but I know some of you just sat and didn't come out the bet, which, oh, come on. You need to, when you see these prices, things happen in football, and you've just witnessed an absolute cracker there. 2 goals for the 95th minute to the 97th minute, and you could have had, I think, combined odds of about 100 to 1. And it was a no-lose situation for you. So that's what Betfair's all about. It's absolutely brilliant. But the Leicester-Brighton game this week, it'll be a good game to watch, because that'll show you where Brighton are, and it'll show you how Leicester have taken that defeat, which probably, it should never have been a defeat. Arsenal shooting in, easy win for them. And Chelsea, if they beat Tottenham this week, I think they get to keep them, because that'll be 3 games in a trot, 2-0, 1-0, and I can't see Tottenham getting anything, although they'll be very happy with that result. But if they play how they played against Leicester, all of a sudden they're just going to be behind, and that's going to be too much to come back. But another game could be a good one, and if Conte has a go, it'll be interesting to see how that Chelsea defence stands up, because they need to test it. And Chelsea, I think, too strong though, but could end up as an easy draw. It's priced for Chelsea or the draw, but you would expect that, because Chelsea's beat them, as I say, twice in the Cup recently, and you would think that they would have the beating of them again. It'll depend on how Tuchel messes about with his team again, and what strength of attack he puts on, and if he's putting midfield players all over the place. We'll have to just wait and see. But another good game to finish off the weekend. So always like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you get every week's video, because we're I bumped into one of our clients down in Malulabar, and he's seen the 50 to 1 and he got on it into the play market, seen it in the traded section and hammered it, and it was good to bump into him for a coffee during the week there. Brilliant. And the sunshine in paradise. Now always remember, it's your money, it's my money, it's everybody's money. Have respect for everybody in Betfair, because somebody's losing, somebody's winning, and I'll speak to you in next week's video.